If you want to be in a chance with winning this 100 subscriber giveaway, then all you have to do is follow the rules down below in the description. So make sure you turn post notifications on and subscribe to my channel, hit the like button on this video and on the giveaway video, and make sure to comment down below on the giveaway video whichever console you play on and the gamer tag. Good luck! Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are doing something very exciting to build up towards my 100 subscriber giveaway, which I are so close to now, guys. We only need 4 more subscribers until we are on to 100 subscribers, and then we'll be doing the giveaway. So for that, I thought by the time I upload this video I will be on 100 subscribers possibly, so if not, then it's still a good video to do. So we are in my offline world with Chelsea Boz at the moment, one of my best friends, and we created this world probably about 4 months ago, maybe a little bit shorter than that. So we haven't been on this world in such a long time. This is the first time I've been on this world in possibly over a month, so we haven't done that much, but I thought I'd give you a little tour of the world and just see what it's like. So we're going to start over here because this is one of the builds that I built by myself, and it is for the beacon. Currently it's only showing it when you're really close because we have to still build the inside of the beacon, so you can see it from far away. But I just got this design off of Google, so I kind of changed it to make my own sort of temple. I wanted it to look like an old ruin, if that makes sense. So I used a lot of mossy cobblestone and some normal cobblestone and some stone as well. Then we just put all these grass and weeds and flowers and everything over the top to make it look overgrown. And then if you go upstairs, we have a different pattern on each stairway, which took me a very, very long time. And then we have this design on all of the roof. And this is possibly one of the best things I've ever created because I've put so much time and effort into this. One side literally took me about 2 hours to build, maybe, because we had to get it perfect, and then we had to get all the weeds, and then we had to cook all the stone and everything. So it took a very long time, but it turned out amazing in the end, and I really like this design. Now what we're going to do is head over, don't mind that was for an achievement that we did. So we're going to head over to house. This is a little bit out of the way just because I needed a big flat surface where there was no trees or anything, because it'll be a lot easier. So that just worked out well, but I did have to break a completely brand new village there as well. So now I'm going to show you this part, which is another cool design that me and Chelsea created. So this is possibly one of the first things we built. I think we built our house and then this because we're so worried about not having a farm. So we had to build this. So we have this one over here, which is a sheep. And we have a lot of sheep in here. Possibly every single colour. And then over here we have the cows. Again, we don't have much cows just because we don't really use this area that much. Then we have some pigs, which whilst I'm here I may as well breed them. There we go. But yeah, we don't really use this area that much anymore just because we use animals that are around us and we just don't really use it. Then we have the chicken one, and this design is off of Google. We just changed it a tiny bit to make it our own. I think the design was actually made out of oak wood and oak wood planks, and the side parts were all wood as well, but we decided to have it more open. And then we have this little path here, which leads us all the way to the house, but I have a horse, so I'm not going to use that. Yeah, so then the next thing we'll go to, oh, by the way, we both made that together. And then we have up here, which is, oh, there's a witch there, which is a well, which Chelsea actually made this by herself, and this is possibly one of my favourite things in this world because it just looks so cool and it's just so unique as well. And she spent a lot of time doing this as well, so she's really happy with that, and I just like the design of it. let me just kill this witch because it's too many. And then right next to me we actually have, oh, over here we have a tree that Chelsea made. So we have this here, and this is also a very cool design. I think she got this off of Google, but I'm not too sure. She might have made it up herself. And it's just a little tree with a little chair hung on the top. So I really like this design as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to... We'll go over to this part here. So behind this building, which I'll show you in a second, we have a very large fountain, which again, Chelsea made this by herself. And I just love the design. She put a lot of effort and time into this. It took her a very long time, so it ended up turning out really well. I like this part as well. Oh, she wants to go to sleep. So yeah, I really like the design, but I think my favourite has to be the well. I just really like that. Let me just try and find a bed. I think my bed's over here, and then I'll carry on with the tour. Let me just go to sleep. So even though we've been on this world for just under 4 months, I think, I don't even know. I think it might have been 3 months. Yeah. So even though we've been on this world not for that long, we have got so much done. Like we've been to the Ender Dragon, and we've killed the Ender Dragon. We've killed the Wither. So we have done a lot. Now this building here is our villager building, but it's getting a little bit overgrown because we have so many villagers in here. We've had to expand the farming area just because it did actually go up to there all the way across, so we had to move all that. And just because there's so many villagers in here now, we actually have cats spawn in here. So it's actually classed as a village to this place because of how many villagers there is. They all have the beds up here. And out here we have all these different sections where they can decide what type of villager they want to be. And then, yeah, I built this by myself. I came up with a design by myself as well. I wanted something a little bit different, so I just used birchwood and stripped birchwood. And it actually turned out like a really cool design. I don't think I've ever built something like that anyway, so I really like that. Over here we have the bakery, and this was when me and Chelsea couldn't think of anything to build, so we both decided to tell each other something to build. And I got a bakery and she got a castle, so she chose a bakery for me and I chose a castle for her. So I just searched up some bakeries that people have built in Minecraft, and something like this came up similar. So I thought I'd just build the same thing, but this is possibly one of the hardest blocks I've ever had to get in my life, because at the time I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know that you had to use clay blocks and smelt them, just because we never used this block before, so we didn't really know. And this is how it turned out. We have the Ender Dragon head up there. We have some end rods there. Lots of seating. Lots of cake. And I also thought of this cool design where you put a little item frame on there, and then you put food in there as well, like a little plate. Then there are all the prices. We have some stuff in here. And if you come out here, we actually have a cow, a chicken, and some cocoa beans, and just lots of food over there for your ingredients. And I built this, so it turned out very well. Possibly one of the harder things I've built. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the lighthouse, which I built by myself, and this is possibly one of the hardest things that I've built, just because I actually copied the design off a picture, so I didn't do a video, so it was very hard to figure out how to put the blocks, and I had to just try and guess the back of it because it only showed the front of it in the picture. But it turned out very good, and it was like how high it is and how far you can see everything. So yeah, it turned out very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head down to the house, which is over there. So let's just head down. I forgot I was on hard, so I've just nearly killed myself. Oh, going the wrong way. Now this house is one of the, well, it is the first thing that we ever built in this whole town. And I built the majority of the outside. Chelsea built all of the roof and the window decorations and everything like that, and then we both decorated the inside together. I just came up with like the structure of the outside, but we've changed it as we go, and we don't really use this house that much anymore. This was when we had the villagers in the beginning. This is just a spare room if anyone comes on the world and wants a room. This is our crafting room, which is missing a door because creepers always blow it up. This is the garden, which again I designed this whole part here. Chelsea always does a fishing here, so she really enjoys the fishing. Look, there's another creeper there, which I'll try and possibly blow up whilst it's in the water. There we go. And then over here we have like a secret hidden enchantment room, which we really use a lot and we really enjoy using it, and I just love how hidden it is. So we have an enchantment room here, all our spare books, because Chelsea always fishes up books for some reason. She always gets really good enchantment books from fishing. Maybe that's why she's so obsessed with it. But then we have a gate into the back part. We have some pillars here to hold up the house. And then let's go upstairs because this is where it all gets good. So this is our storage room. It's not very organised. It looks organised, but it's not. Like we have, let me show you an example. Like we have a bed in the wool one. And we have, there's just loads of random stuff in each one. We have no sand, so. We have a lot of armour because when we go to the Nether, we always find more and more chests. So yeah, we have a lot of storage in the place. We actually do need to upgrade this soon. And then if you go up here, this is actually our important chest, but there's nothing in it at the moment just because we've used all of our materials, like diamonds and everything, so we are running low on that. And yeah, so this is our storage room. It's nothing spectacular just because we don't actually live here anymore, which I'll explain why later on in the video. This is our Nether room. So we have Nether wart just as decoration, our portal obviously. Then all of these were for wither skulls because when we was doing the achievement, we thought we had to kill the wither. Because there was an achievement to kill the wither again, I think it were. So we thought when you had to kill the wither, I had to kill it, so that's free. And then Chelsea had to kill it for free. So that's 6. And then when we had to kill it again, I don't know, it's really confusing, but we thought we had to kill it about 5 times. But then we found out if one of us kills it, it doesn't really matter because it counts for the other person. So it doesn't really matter. It's very confusing, but anyway, we have our armour fighting stuff here. So we actually have our armour on us right now, I think. I think Chelsea does, but I don't. And then we're going here. And the balcony here is possibly one of my favourite things. I've never had a balcony like this. In here is just our little hallway. And then we have Chelsea's room here, which I'll just show you a quick overview of. She loves the colour purple, as you can tell. She has a food chest here. She has just a normal chest of loads of random stuff. And as you can tell, she very much likes her fishing because she has about 10 fishing rods. Oh, we have our own little parrots as well. She has a lot of cats. She's a crazy cat lady. Yeah, and that's basically it. There's nothing really interesting in her room. I mean, my room's just as boring. This is my room. I have my own little bell here. And then we can go in here and as you can see, I have all my cats and dogs' names on here because when I was doing the achievements, I needed a lot of cats. That's why I have so many animals right now. Then you come in here and this is my actual bedroom. So we have a parrot, which is called Tiki. And then I don't actually have any name tags on my cats or dogs, I don't think. No. So just Tiki. And then this is just a very boring chest. There's nothing really interesting in there. And then we have my fighting armor, which is there, which actually needs to go in the nether room, but I'll do that later on. And now what we need to do is, that's the whole of the house tour, but the house is that small just because we're actually moving house. So I'm currently in the process of building a new house, which I'll get to in a second. Now, here is our teleporting thing. So if you go down here, we have our farm, which takes you to the farm down there. We're going to have our party land, which is going to have loads of mini games and stuff, and then we don't know what to have that as just yet. And that's it in there. Nothing really interesting. Now let me grab my horse and head up here. So this is eventually going to be all wheat, but we're just waiting for someone to actually break all this and make it wheat. There's nothing really interesting in this building. There's no decorations or anything like that. But I did actually build this by myself and it turned out really, really good. We just never got round to decorating it or finding anything to put in here just yet. I'm sure we will find something though. Then we're going to go over to the church, which we have down here. Oh my god, what is that? It was running so fast then. In fact, we'll start here first. So this is our new house. The theme is obviously dark oak wood and this orange wood. I can't even say it. I think it's Acacia, but I really have no idea. So here's the stairs, and this is taking me such a long time. Up to now, I built all this by myself, but Chelsea is going to help me eventually. She's just in the middle of still building her castle, so she weren't able to help me at the moment. But I just nearly killed my horse. But yeah, it's going to turn out really well, and I'll give you another tour on that eventually. Let's just go to sleep and then we can carry on with the tour. So the reason for us moving is because we found that the oak house was just really boring and we didn't enjoy living there, and I just hate using oak wood. I'm not too sure, but I just hate using it for some reason. So I just found like the house was really boring. I didn't like it anymore. So we thought, what are two materials that we don't really use on houses? I never use dark oak wood on houses, and I never use this wood on houses. So I thought, you know what? We're going to just use different materials, and we actually really like this house up to now. So it's turning out good. And now we're up to the church, which again I built by myself because I always kill my animals by accident. So I've currently killed about 5 animals and lost about 10 of them. So this is basically a church for my animals because Chelsea looks after her animals very well. And all the decorations is completely my own idea. This is meant to be a little coffin, which I thought was pretty cool. You come in the back here and there's loads of gravestones, sorry. So this is Chelsea's horse that died. It was called Sesha. And it was actually killed by me because what happened is a very funny story actually. We went mining, and never take your horses on a big adventure when you're going mining because it just ends horribly. And I don't even think we was going mining. We was going past a mine and we didn't see the massive ravine. So what happened was we both fell down in the ravine, and Chelsea's horse, it was hilarious really because she was trying to get her horse out of the ravine for about 20 minutes and then she just said, right, I'm just leaving it. So she went out of the ravine. I was like, you can't just leave your horse there. So I just killed it for her and brought back her armor, and now she's killed by my name. So I don't really appreciate that, but I did her a favour. And then my horse, Luna, so she died because I can't remember why she died. So that's the church. And then I'm going to go up here, and this is actually the last thing in our world, which I think Chelsea is actually here working on it up there, I think. So this is the castle, and this is the first time me actually seeing this castle, so you'll get my full opinion on it and first thoughts. So I'm going to leave my horse somewhere here. I don't know where to leave it right now, but maybe I'll just leave it here. And then this is the entrance, I think. So you go to the side. And she hasn't finished this just yet, guys. So she is still decorating it and everything like that. So it isn't fully decorated just yet. But I just love how much detail she's put in here. Like, we have all of this here. And I just love it. Like, it actually looks like a really good castle. I'm guessing this is going to be a bedroom. Very nice. And this is Chelsea, by the way. She's very picky when it comes to her building. She likes everything to be perfect as well. So this is why it's taken her so long to build this. Because it has to be exactly the same as the other side and perfect. And then we're going to go up these stairs here. And this is a second floor. So there's lots of different places to go. And you can get a quick overview of the house. And then just joins on to down there. And then again, there probably is another floor above it. So we go up these ladders here. So there's another floor there. And another bedroom. And I think this is actually a really good design. And this is possibly one of my favourite things to look at in the world. Because it just stands out. And I actually decided to... I was the one who said to build a castle. And she was the one who said to build a bakery. So it turned out pretty well. And I said, why don't you build it on this massive mountain here? Because it was just a bit of like a waste of space. And it needs to... And we needed to have something big to stand out on. So I think it's turned out in the end very, very well. So guys, that is the end of our tour. I know it wasn't amazing, but we are still working on this world. And maybe when I reach 250 subscribers, we can do another tour and see how far we get. And make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to hit that like button down below. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!